Step into H. Rider Haggard's world of lost civilizations, immortal queens, and death-defying quests, where every page crackles with danger, mystery, and pure escapist energy. Hello, welcome to my channel. Another Bibliophile Reads. My name is Greg, and this is an announcement for a brand new reading event coming in January of 2026. It is Haggard in January. This is an event to celebrate the writings of H. Rider Haggard. If you are not familiar with H. Rider Haggard, let me give you a brief introduction. H. Rider Haggard, 1856 to 1925, was an English novelist best known for his pioneering the Lost World adventure genre. Born in Norfolk, he spent his early adulthood in colonial South Africa, working in government service, an experience that shaped both the landscape and the imperial attitudes in his fiction. After returning to England and studying law, he turned to writing. His breakthrough came with King Solomon's Mines, 1885, written, according to long-standing accounts, on a friendly wager that he couldn't produce an adventure tale as gripping as Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island. Haggard claimed he dashed it off in about 6 weeks. Whether the bet was formal or just a challenge among friends, it has become part of the book's legend. He followed with She, 1887, Alan Quatermain in 1887, Nadia the Lily in 1892, and many other novels featuring exotic locales, ancient civilizations, and supernatural overtones. She, in particular, became one of the best-selling novels of the 19th century and remained in print for generations. A man of wide interest, Haggard also wrote on agricultural reform and served on various commissions, eventually receiving a knighthood in 1912 for his public service. He died in 1925, leaving behind a body of work that helped define popular adventure fiction and influenced writers from Edgar Rice Burroughs to modern fantasy authors. And that, in a nutshell, is H. Rider Haggard. This event is the brainchild of Randy Ray, the literate Texan. I am one of the co-hosts. Other co-hosts are James at Quaint and Curious Volumes, Joe at Joe's Book and Movie Corner, Mark at Book Time with Elvis, Michael K. Vaughan, and Roy at Roy Reads Everything. And we will be introducing to you the works of H. Rider Haggard in January. And I will be reading them from my Kindle. You can purchase the collected works of H. Rider Haggard for your Kindle or other ebook readers for about $2.99. Well worth it. There will be a couple of loose prompts that you may or may not follow. And the prompts are these. Number 1, classic Haggard adventure novel. Prompt number 2, Haggard playing in different genres. Prompt number 3, works by other writers inspired by Haggard. And prompt number 4, any kind of biography or nonfiction related to Haggard's life, including biographies. Now again, you do not have to follow these prompts if you do not want to. I do believe there will be a group read or two. There was some discussion on Voxer about which book to choose for the group read. A lot of my co-hosts are a lot more experienced reading Haggard than I am. I have only read She so far. But the essence of the group was, you want to introduce people to H. Rider Haggard, you probably should have group reading with his most famous novel, which is King Solomon's Mines. And then there will be a second group read, I'm not sure which title it would be, with one of his lesser known works. That will have to be determined a bit later. So what will I be reading for this event? Well, I am definitely going to read King Solomon's Mines because I have not read it. I may actually read this one in December while I'm on my cruise ship to the Caribbean. But that will be my African adventure novel. For prompt number 2, I will be reading The People of the Mist. This is considered a lost race novel. I don't know anything else about it, but why not? It should be interesting enough. And prompt number 3 is works by other writers inspired by Haggard. I have a lot of books that are on my potential or suggestions for people who have not read any of these type of adventure Lost World novels before. And the first one that I could highly recommend is The Lost World by Arthur Conan Doyle, published in 1912. This is the most direct heir to Haggard's novels. It features explorers, hidden plateau, prehistoric creatures, a swaggering adventurer named Challenger. And yes, this novel does include dinosaurs. It was a lot of fun, and a lot of people would enjoy it. Number 2, as a suggestion, is At the Earth's Core by Edgar Rice Burroughs, published in 1914. This is a full-on Haggard pastiche. It has a hidden world, primeval monsters, and tribal imperial adventure tropes. It is set in the center of the Earth, as in the title. Because you did not know this, the center of the Earth is actually hollow and contains its own world. Okay, maybe not the best science in the world, but it's a fun story. And there are 2 other novels in this trilogy. A third book that is tempting me is Green Mansions by W.H. Hudson, originally published in 1904. This features jungle romance, a mysterious female figure, an exotic wilderness. It's softer in tone, but spiritually in line with She. I've heard of this book before, but I have not read it. Another suggestion, The Metal Monster by A. Merritt, published in 1920. Merritt's occult, archaeological, exotic quest stories are among the most Haggard-driven early fantasies. I have not read it, but I have definitely heard of A. Merritt before, and I think I've read 1 or 2 of his short stories. Annihilation by Jeff VanderMeer, originally published in 2014. This may be a bit of a stretcher to relate it to Haggard novels, but I think it can fit. It is a surreal, modern Lost World novel, not a direct imitation, but structurally built on Haggard's model: exploration, hidden environment, and metaphysical threat. I have read Annihilation before and its sequel, but these novels have a 3rd and a 4th book in the series, and I have not read the 3rd and 4th, so I have been meaning to reread Annihilation for some time. Congo by Michael Crichton, published in 1980. Lost City, ancient diamonds, violent tribes, frontier science, a straight modernization of the Haggard template. And those are my suggestions for fiction. For nonfiction, I have 2 suggestions. The Lost World of Z by David Grann, originally published in 2009. This is a real-world investigation of the very idea of lost civilizations, because there is this rumor set in the Amazon jungles of a long-lost civilization, and David Grann goes through all the history and rumors of why this civilization may have actually existed, but not in the way we would normally think a lost civilization would be. Good nonfiction. And perhaps one of my favorite works of nonfiction of all time, The River of Doubt by Candice Millard. If you did not know this, President Teddy Roosevelt explored an uncharted Amazonian river after he lost his bid under the Bull Moose Party to become President of the United States. He was so distraught at losing, he had to explore an uncharted river. I dare any American president now to do what Teddy Roosevelt did. This is absolutely fantastic adventure nonfiction, exploring a river that's never been explored by modern people. Now, this river, of course, does have some Amazonian Indians in it. It's a good book. And there you go. Those are some ideas for Haggard in January for 2026. I hope you will join along in this adventure of reading H. Rider Haggard's books and some books inspired by H. Rider Haggard. Thank you for watching and keep on reading.